Yeah, the Fespi Coco team versus the something standard, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think NinjaSnapple's team's gonna have a hard time breaking Chansey. It's like Rillaboom is probably the only physical attacker. I mean, it could be Shift Gear Genesect on this team with Volcanion and Lando and two fake outs. I'd say it's probably Shift Gear Genesect if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Chansey's going to be the big thing. If NinjaSnapple can break Chansey, then they're fine. Oh, and it's not a shiny Genesect, so it's not Shift Gear.
Oh boy.
So yeah, breaking Chansey might be really, really tough.
Mm.
The Cresselia is also going to be rough once that sets up. Because with
Yep.
the Sleep
Yeah,
Boost, then you can't really do physical damage, and then also U-turn switches you out as well. So it's just really not good at all.
yeah, and I don't know how much this Tailwind is doing for NinjaSnapple because I think you're pretty much faster than most of Pokegame stuff.
Yeah.
You probably go Lando here. Yeah.
Oof.
And yeah, now Pokegame's going to easily get up rocks too, and now you're in trouble because you can't pivot as much as he can. If you're NinjaSnapple, I should say. I mean, NinjaSnapple can probably. Oh, never mind. I was saying they could have protected Volcanion and tried to lure a Volt Switch, but they read Pokegame's read of that and just got off the Toxic. That's nice. That'll be really good versus Cresselia if you can get Volcanion in against Cresselia.
Well, the chance is
And
either natural cure or healer.
I think we've. I think somebody did a recreation and they ran aromatherapy Chansey, but I wouldn't be surprised if
Oh,
this was healer. Yeah, it
it
is
was
healer.
it was a singles player. I don't remember their name.
Yeah, it looks like this is healer Chansey, so that means the Chansey is toxic, which is good play by NinjaSnapple to get that on there because that's maybe their only way of beating Chansey.
Yeah. Although it still doesn't really, it just means that if it comes down to Chansey in the end game, then it loses. It's still, you can still stall stuff out for a few turns before switching.
For sure. Yeah.
Also, the Volcanion is pretty wear down, so maybe when that by the time Cresselia comes in, it would be dead. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I think NinjaSnapple can still beat Cresselia. He's got like, especially if it turns into like a 2-on-1 situation, because he's got like Genesect, which does pretty good damage with U-turn on Cresselia. But yeah, this Landorus isn't a good spot to start firing off stuff. But of course, Cresselia or opposing Lando are probably going to come in. Yeah. One thing it might have been nice for NinjaSnapple to do if this is Assault Vest Kieran Black would have been to get that in early before Toxic Spikes went up because I don't see a Pokegame's real way of beating that other than just clicking Seismic Toss like 4 times with Chansey. But it's probably DD Kieran Black if it wasn't Shift Gear Genesect. So it's probably DD. Which obviously Incineroar puts in a blender and just intimidates and parting shots and just keeps on doing that and lets Kieran Black make no progress.
Even if it was Assault Vest, I still think you could just use up Incineroar on that, just knock off Assault Vest and wear it then for Landorus or Coco. Because it's not like you
Yeah,
massively need the Incineroar otherwise.
true. That's true. Yeah, I'm interested to see what else this Mew has. It's only clicked Tailwind, and if it has like Ice Beam, it could maybe do something here. Although I suspect Landers is just clicking Earth Power on the Mew right now.
100%.
Oop. Hmm. That's a
That's an Earth
VV,
Power
right?
Kieran Black. Or an Assault Vest Kieran Black.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I really think Ninja should have led that because it could have just sat there and clicked Icy Wind and Earth Powers and just chunk a lot of Pokegame's team. But once Toxic Spikes are up, that really limits what it can do. That was a good read by Ninja there. All right, it looks like NinjaSnapple really needs to get off like one Tailwind so that it can actually apply pressure onto that Landorus. Because otherwise, if it can beat Landorus, it can kind of just beat the rest of the team, and then 2v1 Cresselia has got to be his game plan. Pokegame's got to just keep his Landorus alive because it's his best offensive threat. Yeah, it looks like Ninja should just go Genesect here, right? You're threatening Earth Power and Ice Beam and try and take a KO.
Yeah.
But,
That their position is not that bad right now. Oh.
but they
Oh.
went Mew.
Okay. Baiting a fake out, maybe?
Yeah, but I just don't know what Fake Out does for you because right now it's really easy for Pokemon to just switch into Landorus
Yeah.
and Cresselia.
Mm-hmm.
What it really just depends. What does this Mew have on its sleeve? Up its sleeve, I guess.
Don't like that Protect.
Chansey's dead.
I think Pokemon was covering for the double target Earth Power plus Ice Beam type thing, so didn't want to risk Cresselia because they know that's their win con. And didn't want to risk Landorus because that's their best offensive damage dealer. And every turn you are protecting, you're whisking away health at Ninja's team. So it wasn't a bad play because now, I mean, you can easily just Volt Switch on Mew and let Chansey die, or yeah, and just go into Cresselia, like Volt Switch into Cresselia.
No. Hmm.
Is that Tapu Koko like really slow or something? I'm
I
just
don't know.
confused why you wouldn't Volt Switch. It seemed free.
Oof.
Well, the Landorus
Yeah.
on Pokemon's team is Scarf. So maybe he thought ninjas would as
Oh.
well, but it did already reveal protect. So
Yeah. I don't get. Well, now it's. I mean, Genesect, Ice Beams, and Landorus Earth Power, so Landorus slot. So your only switch into that is Cresselia, which is fine. This is not a bad time for Cresselia in the game, so that's probably what we're going to see here.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, NinjaSnapple went for the read there, and that might cost them because this Landorus is going to be really hard to take out now, and you're locked into Ironhead, which isn't going to do nearly enough damage to Cresselia. And
Alright.
Landorus
well, it
can't
also
touch
just dies to
Cresselia.
Landorus first.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I mean, you have to switch into Rillaboom for Genesect right now, and I just don't know how you take out either of these Pokemon now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Chris
Landorus being sub
Cresselia
means
wins.
that it can't really touch the opposing Landorus.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the Cresselia on this team is Icy Wind, so it can just start spamming that, which makes it really difficult for Rillaboom and for Landorus to win, to be able to break anything. So yeah, I think this one's pretty much over for, and Pokegame's got the win.
Mm-hmm. Yup.
Yeah, I think NinjaSnapple right now is just trying to make. I mean, I get it. When you're down big and you're in a hole, you got to make a read, and so they're trying to make that play, hoping that Pokegame does something like that, like switching Papiloco here. I mean, here's their shot. You can go into
For the
Genesect and
crit.
click U-turn and see if you can't get a crit or something, or go
Why?
into Volcanion.
Why?
Yeah, I don't get that play at all.
Me neither.
Oh well.
Genesect definitely had some chance there, especially if
Yeah,
if the Coco had switched to Landorus and then you called that and KO'd it on the switch, then there would be some chance in there to kill everything besides Cress and then flinch it down or something.
yeah, or I mean, you could just click U-turn on Cresselia and sledge bomb it and hope you either get a
Mm-hmm.
crit or somehow that does enough damage because there's no way you're breaking Cresselia now. You need 2 crits with U-turns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. They both made some interesting plays here. I think it's hard to criticize Pokemon because it turned out to work out for him, so they got the win here. But
Or
we'll see what
maybe
game 2 brings.
maybe he's going to repeat that at the same team again. Maybe. Or
Yeah, I mean, has Pokemon done that? I think from what I've seen, they just rotate between Thespy teams. So they brought like 2 or 3 different ones each set.
Boom, boom, boom.
NinjaSnapple's definitely switching teams though.
Yeah.
And I definitely think it was kind of a poor team choice, given that this team has been revealed by the opponent before. That this team really doesn't match well into it at all.
I mean, I think it matched okay. Like you have Toxic Volcanion who can do that to Cresselia. I mean, it's not like a good counter team or anything, but I think the matchup was playable for NinjaSnapple. But yeah, I would have sat Kiram on the field from the get go and just make Pokemon sack so much health in order to take it out that you could maybe be in a pretty big lead and use something like Toxic Volcanion after that. But I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens in game 2 now.
Apparently this was a Prim team, and it was Detail Cube.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like that would have worked.
Yeah, then Actuarily's idea was correct. Cube
Game
sat
2
on the
started.
field since the start. Oof. Oh, that's like N1 Sand, but with Latias.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually my version of N1 Sand. Thespy and I were talking about some matchup he had for some seasonal, I think. And he said he wanted to bring N1 and N1 Sand, and I told him like, here's I think a better version slightly with Latias. And so I think he's used it and passed it around. But I think he changes the like Tyranitar set around depending on the opponent. So I have no idea what the Tyranitar set is going to be. NinjaSnapple's got what looks to be like a setup team with Spectrier, which is a pretty good call into somebody that's brought a lot of Cresselia and looks really good here if you can get rid of the Tyranitar.
Mm-hmm.
The Tyranitar is a big threat, though. And relatedly, also, the Diancie also benefits from the Sand Boost. So,
Yeah.
if it says Trick Room, they both just go in. No
For
rock
sure.
resist.
I mean, I'm imagining it's probably Taunt Zeraora and or Roar Blastoise. So NinjaSnapple should have something for Trick Room. I wonder if it's also DD Kieran Black on this team. I think that would make the most sense. You kind of have like double setup core and then you have Genesect pivoting. Or it could be Shift Gear because he actually went shiny Genesect this time.
Triple setup.
Yeah, this is kind of a. I suspect they won't want to go for the speed tie because right now you can just trade fake outs and then turn 2 go for whoever's Genesect is faster with Flamethrower. Yeah, it looks like that's what's happening turn 1, which means they probably both went for it turn 1.
Well, it's pretty much confirmed that M's Genesect is faster because of the download tie, flinch tie, and the terrain tie.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm guessing Ninjas is not Scarf Genesect, or if it is, it's got some bulk somewhere instead of max speed. Unless they just got really unlucky and lost the 3 speed ties, and then they can win the 4th on the Flamethrower. That would be epic. I mean, they've both got some pretty clear switch-ins. Like, you can pretty easily go into Tyranitar here if you're poking, and Ninja can go into, like... Ninja may not have as much. Okay, so they go into Blastoise, so...
Yeah. Oof.
Let's see, did Pokemon expect it and Woodhammer? Oh, no, they Woodhammered the Zera. Yeah, I don't know how... I guess if you're a team built around Tricker and Diancie, yeah, you do want to take out the Zeraora, so it makes sense to focus on Woodhammer that slot as opposed to covering for the only switch into Flamethrower, which was Blastoise. Or at least the only resisted switch. But that Genesect could hurt to lose because that's probably your best bet at taking out Landorus, although I assume the Latios here has Ice Beam, which obviously is also a really good counter to Landorus. I mean, realistically, NinjaSnapple needs to just get Spectrier on the field and get it to +2. Pokegame's only counter now that Genesect has been knocked off, so it's not even faster than Spectrier anymore, is Tyranitar, which obviously You can use Blastoise to redirect or Genesect to pivot on. Oh,
That was not a good play.
yeah, I don't quite understand that. Why would you throw up? You know the opposing Genesect is locked into Flamethrower.
They were basically throwing their Genesect. If you faked out the Rillaboom and Plasma Genesect, you got the kill.
Yeah, I think they must have predicted a switch, but I don't think a switch was anywhere near guaranteed, because you don't really want to take a fists with Diancie or T-Tar, because that could be annoying later, and Lati could be hit by a knockoff. So I think keeping in the Genie after it loses its Scarf seemed very fair there.
Yeah. And now they're just doing whatever they can to get the blast or get the Spectre Ace set up. I
But
mean,
with another glide, basically Titar nukes Spectre.
yeah. I wonder what item is this Blastoise? It didn't eat a citrus berry. It's taking sand damage, right?
Huh?
No, it didn't take sand damage.
Oh, okay, so that's their
Oh,
goggles, Mon.
goggles. Oh,
Tyranitar goes for the Stone Edge, which probably means it doesn't have a dark move.
wow.
I would be pretty confident betting that this Tyranitar doesn't have a dark move. Now, if I know anything about this team, this Earth Power from Landorus is not going to do anything to Tyranitar. I'm pretty sure Tyranitar is EV to live to make it a 3-hit KO.
Oh, without AV?
No, it has an AV and then it's sand
Oh,
boosted, and so it takes like 40% from Earth Power from Landorus.
yeah. And maybe it's Ice Beam Titar, maybe?
I think it's Ice Punch, probably.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, if Ninja can put enough damage onto the T-Tar, he can win with Spectre A. I just think that there's just so much in between him making that happen.
It would
If I
have
was
been
poking
so
him, I
much
would.
easier with the Genesect still alive here.
Yeah, exactly.
10 times easier.
oh wow.
Yeah, it did
Yum.
41. And then, yeah, he's just going to double his Spectre A. Well, he doesn't even need to because it's dead now.
GG. Maybe? No? Oh, now Curing boosts.
Well, if this is DD Kyurem, this is honestly gets really interesting, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Kyurem can click DD, and then Kyurem and Landorus
They
combined
they
one-hit
could
KO
win.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should still be able to pivot somehow to get Trick Room if you play it right.
Yeah,
Oh
you
wow.
can get Rillaboom plus Diancie on the field together.
Oh, okay.
You could have done it right there.
Yeah, that might be tough. Oh no. I guess okay. I guess you're probably going to pivot into Rillaboom with Genesect because it's. I don't know. Maybe he forgot that the Choice Scarf was knocked off. Ninja's actually got an interesting read here. Do you click Icicle Spear into the Genesect slot, expecting the Rillaboom switch in?
Oh. Oh. Why?
Yeah, I don't understand that at all.
Like
I mean,
if he doubled the Yancy, okay, maybe that was fine, but
yeah,
now
I don't get
uh,
that play at all. I mean, maybe you're expecting the Diancie to go into Rillaboom, but then Genesect can't protect. So I don't understand that one at all.
yeah, pretty weird move choices
Yeah. Well,
between these two games. Well,
does
misplays.
Diancie and Stand live a Landorus Earth power? I'm imagining it doesn't, but maybe it does.
What, from
And that's
full?
why Pokegame could freely just do that.
I think now it's like a Glide and Diamond Storm, but I think Kirim leaves a Diamond Storm. Mm,
Yeah, I'm just not seeing how NinjaSnapple comes back here. I mean, you can use Zero Order to fake out and still out a couple more turns, but Diane's now at +3, and so there's just no way of breaking it.
yeah, this is over. Even Glide, I think it kills Kirim. Oh, rip.
Yeah, it's gonna do nothing. So yeah, I think NinjaSnapple here needed to play a little bit more carefully with their Genius next. I understand that it was kind of a weird play how they lost it, but that Genius Sec was very important in this matchup.
Yeah, the game was pretty decided after that. It's a massive loss.
Yeah,